Hello. Hi. Hello, guys. How you doing? Good morning or good afternoon. I hope all of you are doing all right. I just realized my little blobs aren't up today. Hold on, let me get them functioning. Hold on. There we go. That's more like it, I think. Well, hello. I hope everyone's having an if not a good, at least an alright day. Hope everyone's been staying hydrated. Sorry, I just got really close to the mic just then. Well, today we're gonna be back with some more art. Cause art is fun. And yes, I'm gonna be a little boring and do more Artfight prep again like last week. Cause I'm still unfortunately not done. Basically, since last Friday, I have not touched any of the Artfight stuff that I was working on. So, you know, that's great. Goodness me. So yeah, so we're going to be taking care of the rest of that today, like I was supposed to do in the first place. Woohoo! Alright. Now, let's get onto drawing. There we go. So as you can see, this is where we left it last. You know what I'm quickly gonna do? Because I forgot to do it. I woke up real close to where I should have started streaming. That's why I streamed a little later than planned. I say a little later, it was like 3 minutes. 3-4 minutes, something like that. But I forgot to make a full playlist. So I'm just gonna quickly... Well, actually, no, I started making a full playlist. I haven't finished it. There are still a few things I'm wanting to put on there. But I'm gonna quickly swap over to that one. Because it's just in its beginning stages. It's very much chill, low-key music. Casual in the background. There was a song I wanted to put on there quickly, though. What was the name of it? It's from Digital Circus. I'm just gonna put Digital Circus outro and see if it... Digital Days. There we go. Let's put that one in there as well. There's also Your New Home, which I'll add in there as well, because why not? Alright. Love the Hollow Knight music, but it's very kind of eerie. Which, you know, I don't think it's a bad thing. Cool, that works. There we go. It's surprisingly warm right now. There we go. So I got that all up. Apologies, my throat's a little iffy again today, which I feel like that's almost a given every time I stream. But yeah, I can't really expect much from myself when I do this to myself. Hello, Bozo! Welcome, Ian. Hello. Oh my gosh, I forgot. You guys would... I forgot to edit the chat. I was supposed to because there's currently an issue with the overlapping. My throat being devious all month. Oh, I feel that. No, it sounds absolutely savory. I don't know what you're talking about. Sounds absolutely fine. There's no issue with that. It's fine. There we go.
67.
Oh my god. 67. I didn't realize that the text to speech would just be like it doesn't even put a gap in that one. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm gonna quickly see whether I can put just a color behind the chat box. Because I completely forgot. And I feel like that's gonna bite me in the ass again. Jesus. Where is my chat box? There is my chat box. Okay. Let's do a quick search. Alright, I need to go to my chat box. I need to go into... Oh, I need to move my mic. Apologies for this. Move over here. Stay there. There you go. Looks perfectly fine. Style drop down. Select either clean, boxed, or outline. No. Let's do boxed. Theme options. You have selected transparent or different. Theme options? Where's that? I don't have that. I don't have that. What? How dare it? There is no option for that. It lied to me. Oh. CSS section. Background color. CSS. Come here. Background color. Yeah. Got a lurk. Thank you for the lurk, Bozo. I hope whatever you're doing in the meantime goes well for you. Fingers crossed. Background color and change the code to RGB alpha. Okay. Yeah. I see where we're going on this one. Background color. Overflow hidden. I will put that in. Sorry, this is gonna take a second to do. Oh, and then there was a space after that, wasn't there? Yep. Let's try that one. I feel like there doesn't need to be a space between all of these, but I'm going to do it anyway. Now, how do I get that color? That's okay, we'll just set that. Compare it to yours. I need to set a opacity, which I think is the number afterwards. Let's set it to 0.2. We'll try that one. Does that work? Doesn't look like it has. Oh, but it did come up as right, so... RGB alphas. Font size, text color. Oh, that's alright. I don't need to worry about that. It's still not working. Oh, the more you know. How do I delete that one? I did not want that one. Oh, hello! Hello, Kenneth. Welcome in. I'm trying to get my chat box working, but it doesn't seem to be working. So I think I kind of just need to give up on it a little bit today. And then come back to it another day, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Anyway, sometimes that's keeps things fun. But hi, how you doing? What you been up to today? Oh my god, it is warm in here. I'll be right back. I am going to quickly turn the heater off. I am back. Sorry if you could hear like a tiny bell. I have a bell in my pocket. Spreading positivity on Twitch, the usual for me. Ah, it's always a good thing. How about you? I'm doing alright. Little on the warm side, as you probably heard. but feeling very uplifted and very positive today now. So thank you for that. I feel appreciated. Goodness. Today I'm just finishing up on the Artfight prep that I was supposed to finish last week, but I didn't. Because I'm lazy. And also I procrastinate a lot, and I think it's perfectly fine as long as I actually get the stuff done. Now, I think I wanted this one to be leaning up against the side of the canvas. And she was going to be holding magic. I think I might need to move her down a little bit, actually. And then do this. Yeah, it seems about right. is very much trust the process. What is happening? Nope, that does not work. What am I doing with life? It's a good question, me. Alright. Definitely need to move that head a little. Let's try this neck placement again, shall we? There we go. Would it be better to have the neck going more downwards instead of back? Might be. I'm gonna get rid of the body for now because I think it's throwing me off. And then we got the shoulder. Ta-da! Yeah, it looks a little better. We're getting there. Don't you love when things just start working out all of a sudden? Shoulder might be a little on the high side though. There we go. That seems to be okay. Yeah, I'm going to move that a little bit more. There we go. That's 100% looking better. Head is a little big. Let's downsize that a little bit. Only a little bit though. Because she's meant to be a little younger. And normally how I draw people that are a little younger is that their heads end up being a little on the bigger side. Because that's actually kind of how it works. A little bit. Not a lot, but it's kind of how it works. And sometimes it's just a stylistic thing I do as well, so... You know. You can't win them all. So you guess half the time and try and make it through. That's my ruling. That's how I roll. And it gets me through. I just realized I don't know what hand pose I want it to be in. Would it be like... It could be one of those kind of... out to the side where the fingers are like this. Or it could be curled over. I feel like having it curled over might work a little better. So let's see. I'm just going to draw the hand separately for the moment. That's there. And the fingers up like this. Goes one, and there's the second second knuckle, and this goes out, up, out, and there's another one that goes out, up, out. This finger is going to look a little janky at first. Trust, just trust. Trust in the process. You're gonna make it work. And this goes out into thumb. If you couldn't tell, I am using my own hand as reference here. Okay, that's a start. How big is hand? Big as hand. That's half the face. Little smaller. Bit more angled like that. Yeah, that seems alright. If it doesn't seem alright later, we'll edit it. Again, fake it till you make it. Or at least just trial and error it till you make it. At the very least. And sometimes I forget that there are extra knuckles on the finger, and then I just take them out. Because it's too complicated. And I don't need that. I don't need that level of complication in my life. Alright, that finger goes out this way. Probably could actually bring that back finger in a little bit further. Because I feel like it's sticking out a little too much in comparison. Oh no, I think I just made it worse. You know what? Let's try these fingers again. Slightly different angle this time. Pinky finger. Boop, 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 boop. Just go straight to there. Next finger goes out, then up, then across. And then the next finger does the same thing. I think these fingers might be a little on the long side. But it's fine. It's trial and error. It seems alright. I just realized I think I shuffled the wrong playlist. Oh my god, I did shuffle the wrong playlist. Oh no. No wonder it was only doing Stardew songs. Oops. Wrong thing. Shovel play. There we go. Now I have some extra stuff in here. Sorry, give me 1 second. Someone is just trying to call me. I will be right back. Apologies, I am now back, and apologies for the bell just then. I also realized, I had not shown you guys what character I was doing. I'm gonna quickly do that. Because otherwise you're gonna be staring at this going, what? Once it loads, there we go. And then we got Artfight. Actually, 1 second. Alright. Characters. Let's go all the way down. And this is who we're doing. We're doing Hikaru. Which, yes, is MHA OC. She's an old one. I don't really draw her character as much as I used to. Which, you know, I'm not really upset about. Like, she's had a great time. But my friends on Artfight, like Skeeto, has added their characters on here. So we've connected them, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I might as well put her up on Artfight as well. But yeah, so this is who we're doing. This lovely lady here. This is the version I will be doing, because this is her old version, like, in the school days. And then when she graduates, oh yeah, this is also all the lineup of the other friends. But yeah, after she graduates, this is how she ends up looking. Like this. I also prefer the overalls because they're really fucking cute. I love them. But yeah, so that's who we're drawing right now. Alright, let me go back. There we go. Now I can get my cursor ready. And the eyes, they weren't droopy eyes, they were just round eyes. But it's going to be interesting how to do these on a slight angle because they need to be tilted forward slightly because of that angle. Well, it doesn't have to be. Because this is what her eyes were supposed to look. It's kind of the angle. You know what? I just realized because I'm doing her aged up version, I didn't actually need to make her head this big. And I'm doing that again. Hold on. Let me get the nose. Right. Got the brow bone. And I know we're going to be doing some lashes in there. So let me just get there and in there early. Okay. Let's rotate that this way because it is not working properly. Alright. That should be accurate to the brow. That definitely does not look right already. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna keep rolling with it and see if it's gonna fix itself. If it doesn't, well, that's when we have an issue on our hands, but trying to draw an old character in my new style, surprisingly difficult. Alright, yeah, the eye is too big. That's alright. We will fix that in 1 second. After I get these eyelashes in. Oof, yep. I do not like the look of this. Now to shrink that eyeball. You know, let's first make the brow fit the eye. And then shrink that down. Ooh, this is not looking right in many forms of the word. Oof. This is not going well for me, peeps. Oops. Come on, zoom out. Let's rotate that back. Maybe that's some of the issue was where the ear bone was gonna be. Ear bone? That's not how that works. That's 100% not how that works. Alright. Yeah, she had a lot more, like, rounded eyes in the original. What is wrong with her face? I'm so sorry that I phrased it like that, but something is really wrong with your face. Oh, I can flip the canvas, can't I? That didn't help at all. Did that help? A little bit, I think. Let's dit. That might have helped a little bit. But I'm very unsure about that. Alright. Seems okay for now. Go up like that. And the hair was like, woo. It was like a big woof. Woof? Poof. And then our other strand went that way. I think the poof's a little on the big side, to be honest. No, never thought I'd say that. I like big poofs. But you know, today isn't a big poof day, by the sounds of things. And that's okay. Sorry, that was so weird. Then we had... I said poof this way, which was her side bangs. Side bangs? Yep, I'm going with that. I need to stop questioning how I say things, because at this point I should really know I'm not going to phrase it any better. So I should just get used to it. Maybe it's the nose. Maybe the nose is doing it. Hold on, let me have a look at something. Did that fix anything? Oops. Cancel. Shit. Shit. Damn it. Well, I just undid all the work that I did. But she'll be right. Nope, that made things worse. Go out, in, and out again. Maybe the nose was a little too high up. Oh, I don't know. This one's actually hurting me mentally. What? Who touched my music? Who touched my goddamn music? How rude. How rude of them to take away my music when I'm in the middle of listening. Very rude. Yeah, no, something is not working here, but that's... it's a me problem that I'm gonna have to work on. Alright, this is like, the hair that I'm doing, it's like when you try and do a ponytail, and you get halfway there and you give up and you make a bun instead. That's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening here. Alright, let me shrink the head a little. And then she has the power of crystal manipulation. So let's give her some fancy crystals to hold. And just shards. Cool, that should be alright for now. Oh, she does have an outfit she needs to wear though. Let me actually quickly put that in then. And yeah, she also has her crystals on her chest, I almost forgot to put in. Alright. How shall I do these overalls? I think I'm going to do them like this. She does normally have them off the shoulder a little bit. And you got the little pocket. And her singlet. And go like that. Yeah. Yeah. I might get to a point in this where I've gone You know what? This will be okay because at least I got most of it done. And I might just give up on the shading and end up coloring the lines and keeping them sketchy. To be honest, I wouldn't have an issue if I end up doing that. Because that's... I can't remember. Was it Hank Green that said it? But something along... Oh, no, that did not look nice like that. Again, don't know what I'm doing. Guessing as I go. But get it to like 80 or 90% complete and then post it. And you know what? I'm definitely not going to be getting it to 80 or 90% complete. But because of that rule, I've gotten more comfortable with not completing things. Oh no, that made her nose look huge. That did as well. I don't like that. Maybe I shouldn't have messed with the nose. Should I have just kept it the way that it was? Absolutely. Did I? Absolutely not. Because I never learn. God, I suck at this. Let's try this again. Alright, let's try that. Did that do anything? It kind of did. Might also be that this is too far away. No, that's definitely not it. God, what is wrong with the face? I can't figure it out right now, but I know I will later and then come back to this and go, God damn it, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, perfect. Perfect! Oh, imagine if I couldn't undo that though. No. I think I was kind of on the right track. Yeah. At least with this part, I was on the right track. I think. Sorry, this angle is always a little confusing to my brain. Doing this angle of a face. I actually did some kind of rendering practice recently, which involved a very similar angle, but it was an angle from like this. You're looking at this part of the face here. Like they were tilted upwards. Alright, did that do anything? Let me also fiddle with this a little. that. Okay, deselect that. Maybe it's also going on, what's going on up here that might be causing issues. Take out the middle there. Okay, we're getting somewhere, I definitely feel. I'm a little happier with that now. I'm still not 100%. And I still can't quite figure out why. But I don't really have much choice if I want to start doing the other work. So we're gonna have to leave it like that and then come back to it later. It'll be fine. Now, whose spot was this one? Oh, this was gonna be Cupid and Oran's spot, I believe, which, oh, I'm not actually looking forward to this one. This is gonna be interesting, to say the least. Oh, I'm tired. But this is holding me accountable. So I'm doing it. Alright, so we had Cupid over here. And we had Oran over here. I think I was gonna have Oran like this. What music is this? Hollow Knight. Head is too big again. It is definitely too big. And then I was gonna have Cupid here, looking at him. I do not like the sound of that song in my headphones, so I'm gonna change that. My earbuds are a little janky, I think. Hydrate everyone, please. Oh yeah, Oren had like a little button nose. Forgot about that. He just like itty bitty button nose. Cute. Cute. I love it. I forgot. I never really liked doing side profiles, and I'm re-remembering why. That's okay. That's gonna be in a few minutes. Because I still need to do this guy. Oh, Cupid's smaller than Orin. Like, shorter. I might have him leaning on the frame. Like... neck this way. He's kind of looking over. Like, tilted his head. But the neck is more up here, because he's leaning. Yeah, no, I was supposed to move this part of the head. Work in progress. We're gonna get there eventually. And he 100% works out. Alright, I'm gonna shrink this slightly, because I'm gonna need room for him. Move you to the side, because eventually I'll overlap them, but as for right now... Gotta muscle it up. That head does not look right in many regards. Oh, sorry for the glitching on that. Alright, now you are meant to be a little bit smaller. So you had shoulders down, but this guy is gonna be more a little shoulders up. He's gotta be really leaning into his shoulders. It's a lot harder to do than you think. Bum, 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 bum. Let me scoop that way. Scoop it. This arm needs to go up. Not by a lot, but at least enough. I hope that's good enough for now. This guy can go behind. Really should have put both of them on separate layers, to be honest. Let me do that. Makes it a little easier while I'm moving them around and fiddling with them. I really don't like the way he's posed. Nah, I'm changing the pose of that. I do not like how he's sitting. In the meantime, might as well do orange, which actually I can show you who I'm talking about. Let me... Whoops. Wrong one. Hello. This one. So that's Oren and that's Cupid. So at the moment, I'm doing this guy. Love him to pieces. But his hair swoosh is a little difficult sometimes. So that's gonna be a matter of trying to figure out how to do the hair swoosh. I'll get there, I promise. It kind of goes out and down. And I think that's really it, actually. You got one, and then there was two, but they're kind of connected when you see it from this angle. Yeah, kind of like that. We do have a little bit of hair over the edge here. It's put his nose a little larger. Oh, not by that much. Hold on. That much should do. And then he gets to look down on Cupid. Wahaha. But like look down in a physical sense, not a emotional abusion way. Like he physically has to look down at him because he's smaller. Yeah, we're getting somewhat good. Alright, I need to move this part of the hair as well, because it was way too... It's way too far up. Like his forehead was like a 5 head. Nah, 6 head. There we go. And then hair just swoofs to the side. Rotate that back to normal. And I think I need to move all of this forward just a bit. Yeah. Move. I really need to actually study anatomy for like the names of things. Because I realize I don't actually know how to name most of these body parts. Alright. To the side here. Gonna move the head down. The finger and the finger and another finger and then that finger. I feel like we're in a good direction now. Oh, he's meant to have a turtleneck. I almost forgot. There you go. Turtleneck. And also, the hair isn't meant to be as big and swooshy at the front here. It's actually only meant to be like a small thing. Because the hair kind of thins out near the bottom here. It's meant to be a little bit thicker at the top and then it gets thin down the bottom. Should I have Cupid kind of... Ooh. Kind of leaning forward? Wow, this is definitely not how a human body looks. but like he's got his arms crossed here and resting boobily with his pecs. And he's like, wahaha, hello. I have made a dinosaur. Dinosaur. Oh god, that's actually terrible though. I would actually need to figure out how to do that pose properly. Maybe it's shoulders and then it actually goes down this way. How does... I'm actually just guessing this. I will actually find a reference for it. But I'm kind of committed to guessing right now. Because it's actually pretty funny. I'm making a dinosaur. Is what's happening in this very moment. A new form is being created. And I am its mother. I am its reason for existing. This is funny. Because I know this is 100% not how this pose is meant to go. Look at my boy. Look at my boy. I'll do that there, and I think I need to like rotate the shoulder a little bit. This is funny. Oh, I love it. He looks amazing. Just tongue out. And he's like, you really want to test me? I also notice like where I'm drawing, I keep it very much to this side of my screen. Which for you guys is on the very edge of the screen, but for me that's the middle of my screen. Because I have like this entire side section here, which I've cut out of the frame. It's just so you guys can see this area a lot easier. Now we got Mr. Poosalot's hair here. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. I think it goes in like this. He looks like a child. Elongate a little bit, rotate down, push forward. Push back? Nah. Push it forward slightly. It's meant to be exaggerated. His ear is definitely needing to move up on his head, though. I'm going to rotate this forward slightly. Cancel. Let's actually rotate the entire arm here forward slightly. This, you can move forward slightly. You can do that. You're okay there. You might need to get a little bit bigger. Also need to stretch his head out upwards. Yeah, that's alright. Definitely could be better. Deselect. Yes. Boop. Alright, this is actually coming together surprisingly well for me just guessing most of that. I'm proud of myself. Something is still very wrong with this. What is... Is it because your face is too big? Is your face too big? That feels weird. If it is, though. It could be. I'll give it a try. I think it's the nose. It might just be the way the nose is positioned. Okay, that looks better. Again, sorry about the glitching of my tablet scroll. I'm going to move this part of the hair a little more forward. Am I? You know what? It's being left for now. I'm struggling a little too much on this. to feel like I am a conscious person. Might have to get some feedback from some other people before I can kind of make the final decisions on that one. That's alright. Let's get back to this guy. Oops. Let's add in that as well. Select. God, I'm kind of hating every second of that face. I'm having a bad day for faces, I've just realized. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's a horrible day for faces. It's got the chin in there. To be honest, the hair covers most of his face normally. So it wouldn't be out there to have this. Oh, come on. Alright, that's looking a lot better now. Let's get rid of that. You got a little tone. Bleh. Bleh. I stick my tongue out at you, sir. Now, he also has a collared shirt, and I hate collared shirts when it comes to situations like this. Because where does everything start and end? Question is as good as... sorry, your guess is as good as mine in 90% of those situations. Because he's bent over. Could always bring his shoulder up a little bit. And that should help conceal some of it. But it still feels off. Really does. Really don't like it. I don't like it. Let's go back before I erase the inside. I think it might be better if I did that kind. Where it scoops out a little bit. Because it's also not meant to be tied up either. Yep, okay. I'm liking how this is going. Oops. And got the tie that goes over the top here. Feel like I'm kind of going backwards in progress. Like I'm making everything look a little... You know what I mean? It goes this way, that goes there, and then the chest came out here. He had his tie, and his tie 100% comes out at that point. So we're just gonna pretend that that's how that is. Zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna touch up around a little bit. I'm pretty sure Cupid's eyes were gold, so I need to lighten that up a little bit. Perfect. Do 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 do. I also forgot my face is up there as well. I just realized. But I might leave that. And I think that's gonna be fine. Because the reason it's fine, I guess, because I'm just gonna color them all oddly anyway. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna do full colors. I think I've kind of given up on this. I'm not liking how some of them are ending up. So if I have more like mental energy later, because the creative burnout has been waning a little recently, but now that Artfight came at a bad time for my recovery, and I was like, oh yeah, I've recovered enough, right? And I've entirely done this to myself, and I need to look after myself. But I'm like, okay, no, I'm not fully recovered creatively wise. Which means that I'm basically going to be putting less strain on myself. If I don't like how something's turning out, I'm just gonna leave it as is. Unless it's like a commission or something that I get in the future. It's like, oh, I don't really like how it's turning out. Well, probably the client doesn't like how it's turning out either. So, you know, fix yourself. You gotta fix it, mate. Alright, is she gonna be grey? Yeah, she'll be grey. Then we had green over here. I do need to do lighter colors than I normally would for them, because the blue of the line art. I'm kind of wanting to keep the blue of the line art. Oops. There we go. Oop. Just do the outside like that. Alright. And then it was red. Yeah. Alina is red. Adeline is green, and I absolutely love it because contrasting colours make me happy inside. They give me that little spark of joy. Especially when it's like partnered based. Contrasting colours. Oh. Yeah, you need to get more of like a... Whoops. More of like a pinky red, I guess? And Cupid, his color is pink. So let's get that pink on you, my good sir. It's here. And there. Perfect. And then orange color is blue. It's more of this kind of blue, like a purpley blue. Is it? Yeah, because I think my persona was more of a teal blue. And I want everyone to have a little bit of a different color. Even if they're basically the same, aside from like a minute difference. I'm gonna give orange. Or like a yellowy orange, I guess. That's what your color's gonna be. Or should I do an orangey orange? Because to kind of match his hair. Might do it like that so it matches his hair. Okay, which one was yours? That was yours, right? Yeah, remove that underlayer. There we go. Because then the next one, Forge. You, my dearest, are kind of a yellowy. Because it's meant to be like honey and honeycomb. And then we got a blue for me. I just realized almost primary colors. Almost, not quite. But we're close enough there. Do, 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 do. One, two. And then we had purple over here for Rose. Back. Oh, just meant to go this way as well. Blue goes there. Yep. Let's give a little lighter colour for them. You could be a little bit more of a reddy orange. Yeah. Alright, let's have a look. I'm not the biggest fan of Hikari's colour. What can I do about that? What other colour can I give her? Because her thing's kind of black and white. I could just make her white. Which is a weird thing to say. But I could just give her the colour white. I might. It's probably the closest I'm going to get. Do that. Alright. And you know what? I'm just going to enlarge my face. Gonna set the opacity up on that one. Because there I am. Ta-da! Right. I think I'm gonna call that done. You know, not the happiest with it at all in any regard. But what can I do about it? That's kind of the whole thing. What can I possibly do about it? Alright. Okay, I'm gonna export this one. PG. Team comedy! Woo! Save that. And let us upload it to Artfight, shall we? Now I need to put it in another file as well. Normally I would post this online and then just take the URL from there. But because I'm not happy with this and I might come back and edit it later, not 100% confirmed, but there's a chance I'll come back and edit it later. I'm going to basically upload it to like File Garden, and then paste it into my profile. Alright, I got a profile. Edit that. Let's open this up. Boop. Okay, insert. Perfect. And there was a limit to how big I could go before it starts stretching, isn't there? Yeah, there you go. That was the limit. I can delete that one. Exciting. Close that and then submit. Let's have a look. There we go. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan, but what can you do? Put your mental health first. Put your art second. If art's your job, I was gonna say put your job third. Then I realized if art's your job, it's gonna be second anyway. But yeah, technically, mental health first, job second, because that allows you to keep doing art, because then art comes third. I'm sticking with that. Alright, that's all I really wanted to achieve today. Like, not the biggest energy level today, so, you know, something casual, something chill. So yeah, I'm probably gonna call it here. But for those who potentially want to look, this is my username. Unfortunately, it's only in uppercase on here. I want it to be lowercase. But here you go. Here's my actual tag. Here's my tag. Here's my account. I'm on Team Comedy, so feel free to come and attack me. These are my characters. I love them so very dearly. I hope you guys do as well. Treat them kindly, please. Some of them have been traumatized too much in their lives. Entirely by me, as their creator, but I still love them. So, yeah. I also have my friends down here. Please go attack them. I also love them dearly, and they deserve to get art. And the shit beaten out of them. Who said that? Not me. Yeah, I hope all of you guys have a great rest of your day. Again, if you're on Artfight, come attack me. And I will revenge as much as I can. I'm attempting a mass attack. So if you get in quick enough to attack me, that's going to be part of my revenge for you, is getting you in that mass attack. Alright. We'll be doing a game stream again on Tuesday. Sorry for missing it last time. Yeah, I was running 2 hours sleep. So we didn't end up doing it this Tuesday, but next Tuesday we'll be back with probably Undertale. Yet to 100% confirm that. And then I will be back for art again this time next week, Friday, when Artfight actually starts. I'm pretty sure it starts on the Friday. You know what? Let me confirm that. Let me find my calendar. The bell is back. Back again. Guess who's back. Yep, Artfight starts on Wednesday next week. Ooh. Actually, I stand corrected. I have a doctor's appointment on next Friday. So, oh, pardon me, sorry. Big yawn. So, depending on how well that appointment goes, because it's an actual, like, proper checkup. It's not just me talking to someone. Like, there's actually procedures. Depending how that goes, I'll probably sit down and stream it in the afternoon. After 3 p.m. is when my appointment ends. Well, no, my appointment ends at 2:30. So I should be home by 3. So fingers crossed. But yeah, Artfight starts on Wednesday.
So I'll be starting the mass attack on Friday to kind of give at least 2-3 days in case people manage to attack me in those days, because there are some quick workers. There are like attacks per day. Because then it lets me be able to get revenges. So fingers crossed on that. All right, now I'm actually gonna go instead of just rambling and rambling and rambling and rambling. So look after yourselves. I'll see you next week. Take care of yourselves, all right? Bye.